Woohoo! New small block Chevy stuff with really good bolts and scat parts. Let's dive right in. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Misfire, and I'm going to be showing you the new hot rod engine for my 67 Nova, as well as updating you on the C's 283 and my wagon. And I've been cleaning up a lot in the shop. I need to clean this table up still, but cylinder heads are organized, engine blocks are organized, that table's cleared off now, stuff. But with that being said, I need to break into this motor, because this is the new Facebook Marketplace 388 stroker that I found for $800. This was a steal. It was actually in town by a really cool guy that does interior work. So he's a really, really nice guy. And I found it. He's going all big block stuff, so getting rid of a lot of his small block Chevy stuff. But it is a 388 small block Chevy, so it is a 3.75 inch stroke, 350 block, so it's been bored 60 over. That's how you get the 388. So it's basically a 383 stroker with a little bit more bore. This used to be his nitrous motor. And you can tell it has some big old pistons in it with a whole lot of compression. And this is a 6000 series lightweight scrat steel crank. It is a cast steel crank. It's not forged. And it has H-beam rods in it, scat H-beam rods. And it was a running motor that he had. Basically, he had it freshened up and gone through, and then it's been sitting. So it was $800, so I need to get pistons for it. And then we need to balance the rotating assembly. We need to do a few more things, but ultimately, this is going to be going in my Nova. We got to tear it down to kind of check over it, make sure one last time it's all good. We'll dig a ball hole in it, just make sure it's cleaned up and there's no rust or anything in the cylinders. But it should be really good. We got that going pretty good right now. I currently have acetone and ATF in a bunch of the cylinders on the 283 that is seized, which is the last video you saw. And this thing is locked up pretty dang good. I have it, you can see there's some fluid down in there. So we'll try to let that work, and hopefully it can do its magic. We'll kind of let it sit for a few days. There are some drips already coming down below it, so hopefully it's actually working its way through the rings, and hopefully it can break up whatever is holding some of these pistons in, and we can get it broken loose and free, and we can be able to rotate it and get rods and pistons out, dingle ball hone this one, and get it back together. When we looked at, in the end of the last video, if you didn't watch it, we pulled that main right there, and the crank actually looks really, really clean. Bearings are all wore out, which isn't that big of a deal, and it's not that surprising. But for a proof of concept for what this motor is, we can get it together, see if it pops and fires, and then get on a run stand and kind of see what it does. Which that should be pretty exciting to do that. I also got the Nova Wagon up on our little wheel dollies. I got tires that have air in them now, so it's not just sitting over here. We need to work on getting fenders off of it. We got to get A-pillars cleaned up, cut out of it. Get this window tray cleaned up and wire brushed. Also, I have a new sponsorship that's going to be coming in. It was a really cool company. I think they're out of Canada, but it is a pressure wash company that they sell sandblasting equipment that attaches to your pressure washer. So it's a combination pressure washer, sandblaster. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it does. And the Wagon is going to be the perfect system for it. When that stuff comes in, I'll show it all off to you guys and you can kind of see what it looks like. But I'm excited about that. Hopefully that'll be pretty cool. And we can start working on getting the Wagon down to bare metal, cleaned up, and hopefully we'll start doing some rust repair here at the end of this month and actually start putting metal in this thing, which will be exciting. So we also have a new set of headers sitting over here, which I don't think I've shown those yet. We have two sets of headers actually. Top of the floor pans, we have, you can't tell what I paid for them, but these are a set of big block 454 headers I got for the dually. Those are $100. Hopefully they should be good and ready to rock and roll for the dually. We'll just put them in, as well as some long tubes for the Camaro. Rallies probably for my Nova. I need to get those cleaned up. But yeah, we got new long tube headers for the Camaro. So hopefully we'll be able to fix exhaust issues that we have and clearance issues in the Camaro. Hopefully that fixes them. And I'll talk about more when we actually have that thing in here on jack stand, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. The convertible makes it hard. It makes it very hard to get exhaust in there that actually has good clearance. We have very bad clearance issues right now. So hopefully we can have all those fixed. But yeah, I think I'm super excited about everything we have going on right now in the shop, especially that 388 being $800 between the machine work that's been done on already, the rods and the pistons. I mean, I think I'm ahead on everything. Um, the engine does have a little bit of scoring instead of the cylinders, which I'll show you when we have the full teardown video, which hopefully I'll be filming today/tomorrow, as well as working on the 283 cylinder heads. That's the kind of the next few things I'm going to be working on, hopefully, is getting the 388 apart and ready to get new pistons. We need to measure to see if these are 5, 7, or 6-inch rods. We'll measure, then we'll get pistons for it, and then we'll have the rotating assembly completely balanced. We'll send all that off, and then I also want to work on the cylinder heads for this. So this is the 283 with the power pack heads, and the power pack heads suck. They completely suck. But we can 100% clean them up for our purposes in the videos and get a lot of the scoring and stuff off of these and get them cleaned up to where they should be able to run and be good again. A lot of the springs and valves looked all okay, and there's really no like whackable anything on these. So like the timing chain being an issue where it could have, sent valves in incorrectly or anything like that, it looks like it's okay. We need a few little things like a water pump for it. It probably needs, it needs an oil pan, which I have an oil pan, timing chain cover. We need to get a timing chain and some of the little stuff. Just little things, a few little nickel and dime things. But like I said before, the goal for the 283 is like less than $150, put an engine together and drive it. And you have a running drivable engine for whatever you're putting together, whether it be a square body Chevy, like you have an old wore out 305 kind of a deal. That's what this is for. Like, it's okay, you have a 305, use it, enjoy it, and then you can find your 350, 388, 454, whatever you want, put that in it. Yeah. So, with that being said, it's cold. It is currently, it's not as cold as it's been, but it's still pretty cold in here. My hands are feeling it. It is 40 in the shop. It's like shorts weather in here right now. But, yeah, stuff going on. Trying to get everything organized, cleaned up, kind of ready for another throw and go that we're going to have very soon. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys watching these updates because I know they're not very exciting, but I feel like for the people that watch all these videos, I want you guys to stay updated with everything that we do. So with that, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe, follow along as we keep doing all the hot rod stuff that we're doing. See you.